Okay, this is just a fun lower body series. I'm doing each exercise for 30 seconds, no breaks in between. You can do more than one round if you want, whatever you have time for. I'm just starting with the basic lunge and lift. Just trying to keep that spine neutral, nice and long. That's why I'm hinging at the hips here every time I stand. Keeping myself square to the front wall, and weight is in the back leg every time I lunge. Lifting that leg up with those hamstrings and those glutes. Alright, so static hold with that right leg, so it's a slight bend. And it's a slight bend and reach with the left side. So just tiny bend and really try to extend that leg nice and long. Again, still a neutral spine, so we're not overarching that lower back here, pulling those abs in. As you can see, I have the natural curves of that spine. Trying to straighten that left leg out as much as I can and just pulsing up. Every time I pulse up, I'm pulling those abs in. That's why I'm kind of holding my belly here so I can feel them working. And that right leg is still bent, so you're still getting work there. Weight is in that right heel. So you should be feeling this in that glute, that hamstring, getting a little cardio in now. So I have added a hop, but you do not have to hop. So you can just bring that knee up, do what feels good for you, for your joints. I'm just trying to get some cardio in. I do this workout when I was having some shoulder issues. I didn't want to use the upper body as much. Alright, so I'm just going into a lunge and a squat. So I'm very aware of my knees here, still just making sure those kneecaps stay over the middle of your foot and they're not crossing over your toes. And I'm holding onto the bar, to my chair, but you don't have to. Just make sure you're nice and supported from that middle. Alright, we're going to do all of that on the other side, the other leg. So just that lunge and lift, starting with the full range movement, working through the entire muscle. Really trying to extend that leg nice and long every time I lift. Alright, so static hold with the left leg. It's slightly bent, weight is in that left heel, and it's just a little bend and reach with the right side. So, I'm touching my hamstring because that is where I feel it. But I also want you to really try to feel it in the glute as well. So glutes, hamstrings, keeping my body square. And pointing that toe, if you can point it, but no big deal. Alright, trying to keep that leg as straight as possible, just pulsing up now. This is not coming from our lower back, it is coming from the back of the leg, reaching long every time you pulse up. Still nice neutral spine, extending that spine out the crown of that head. There should be no pressure in those knees either. Alright, back to our cardio. So again, you don't have to jump. You can just bring that knee up with control. We're about to finish up working parallel. So the first set of exercises we worked entirely parallel. We're about to do some lateral movement. Alright, so moving to our lateral work. We're just doing a lateral lunge with a leg lift. So I am using that chair for support. I want you to make sure you are sitting into that right hip So that side that you are lunging with, you are sitting into that hip, making sure that knee does not cross over the toes. Whew, all right, I'm going to start to pulse. So it's just that small bend and reach. Bend and reach out to the side. I'm just moving my chair so I have a little more support. You can notice that I'm really trying to stand up straight here, no side bend. So standing tall, pulling the abs in, just a tiny bend and reach. Much harder than it looks. All right, now I'm just lifting up or pulsing up. So I'm trying to keep that leg nice and long, just pulsing up with control. Still pulling those abs in, lengthening the spine out the crown of my head, knitting those ribs with each exhale. This one is killer. We're about to go into some cardio. Just push through. All right, shake it out. Oh, we're not going into cardio. Just kidding. We're just going to go to the other side first. So that lunge and lift here. You do not have to hold on to the chair. So if you want a little more of a challenge, you can do this without the chair. Lifting that leg up with control. All right, we're about to pulse, or the little bend and reach. So we're trying to keep that leg nice and high, but we're still trying to stand tall. So it's probably not going to be parallel to the ground, and that's okay. Main focus is standing tall, feeling that side leg being isolated. Now keep the leg nice and straight and just pulse up. I am dying here. This is tough. You're not just thinking about the leg, you're thinking about your spine, the other leg, because you're standing tall, and that right leg is straight as well. All right, so now for our cardio. So you can just do just a curtsy here, or you can add the plyometrics. You can jump, so the speed skaters. Do what feels good for your body. We just want to get the heart rate up here. Just a little calorie burner. Okay, so we worked parallel, we worked lateral. We're going to start to just do some rotation. So I am lunging forward with that right leg. I am also twisting, rotating to the right. I'm just add that little arm extension, but you don't have to. You also don't have to bring that knee up. So this is a lot. We've got a lot going on here. If you just want to lunge and stand, you can do that as well. I'm pulsing. I'm still lengthening that spine. And so I just lifted the front heel. That's just an advanced option, but you do not have to. I brought it back down there. Make sure you're not rounding your shoulders. So in rotation, a lot of people want to just round their shoulders, close that chest, but we're keeping it nice and open. Every time you rotate, you're thinking of just lengthening the spine. All right, our cardio. So just a little squat jump with a rotation at the end. You're making sure you're looking to that arm every time you kind of swing it behind you. You can jump or you can just keep it low, just keep it at that squat. Do what feels good for you. All right, we're just going to do the lunges on the other side. So lunging with the left leg, rotating to the left, and every time you stand, you're just lifting that left knee. Again, you don't have to lift that knee. I'm trying to keep my chest nice and open the whole time. Weight is in the front and back leg every time you lunge. All right, that pulse, weight is in the front and the back leg. You can just add that little arm extension here if you want to feel like you're rotating even more, just a little deeper. Again, you can lift that front heel up or you can leave it down. Maybe you want some balance work, you can take both arms off. I think it was too hard for me. All right, back to cardio. We are almost done, ladies. Whew. We are done.